Taylor's had quite the week.
She has.
She is not growing those bangs out.
I stand corrected.
Or maybe she was thinking about it and then panicked.
They get to a point where you're like, I'm committing all the way and I'm going to grow through the discomfort, or I can't do this. I got to trim.
Or she just couldn't let go. She tried for a second and then she was like, no, I can't
do it.
The mics are hot and so's the gossip. Let's get into it in 3.
Welcome to In 3. I'm Danielle Graham.
And I'm Callie.
Callie, I went to the carnival last night.
Yes, you did.
CNE, the Canadian National Exhibition. And I did not have one drink, yet I feel hungover today.
How is that sugar settling in the body?
My age is showing. I cannot carnival to that degree anymore, clearly.
But you did the thing.
I did it
you
all.
Ate the things. You went on the rides.
I did
and
it
you
all.
made core memories for your children.
I sure did. And now we have a mortgage payment worth of stuffies. In addition to all the other ones in our house.
If you're looking to offload those stuffies, I have a dog that would have about 30 seconds of a field day with it.
I got you. I just rip it apart?
Yeah.
Got you. Great.
Yeah, Peach would she would oblige.
I will siphon some over to your house.
Yeah.
Our girl Dolly. I want to start the show by talking about Dolly, girl.
Okay, I just have to say, when that notification popped up for me, obviously I love Dolly. I was sad, but my very, 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 very like half second later thought was, oh, Danielle. And I think that was my exact text to you was, oh, D.
I know. Really sad.
She's your girl.
She's my girl.
She's like to you like Julie Andrews is to me.
Exactly. Yeah. Those are our people. Yeah. And I was so saddened to see this news. And so many people did reach out, which was so lovely. I think I've made my love of Dolly really well known. I had so many messages and DMs. And I just think she is such a remarkable human being. Like
beyond.
And now when you see the tributes coming out, and I'm actually really enjoying watching the clips of her and some of the magic wisdom she gave over the years.
Wow. That
there's
woman
so
had
much
a way
of it.
with words.
Didn't she? She did.
Like a poet in motion.
Exactly.
It's really kind of an incredible thing. She was like iconic for in so many ways.
Yes.
Obviously the hair, the boobs, the glam, all of that.
Rhinestones.
Yes, all of that. And then the music, of course, philanthropy, but then also coupled with this incredibly inspiring attitude.
Yes.
And just an ability to put words to every thought in such a magical way.
Yes. And to really at the core of it, like, be yourself.
Yes.
Embrace who you are and don't be afraid of that. And then, as you said, like this incredibly giving heart with like, she was one of the most generous people who could do anything with the wealth she had. And her choice was to give most of it away or a lot of it away. She's just so wonderful. I spent time with her over the years. And she had this, it was like this indescribable warmth. It felt like when you sat with her and you talked to her and you listened to her, that everything was going to be okay.
Right.
She had this magic way of just making everything feel good,
safe, happy.
She was like a weighted blanket of a person. She was just so magical. And I actually went to Dollywood, which is, I highly recommend it. It is such a beautiful place to visit.
Right.
But the magic for me in that was getting to speak to the people of the town of Pigeon Forge. So even the Uber driver who took us from the airport to the resort, the Dollywood Land Resort, talked about the impact of Dolly on the community, on the people there, of giving jobs and giving back, and her presence and her all of it. Like, she affected so many people, and everyone who had a little bit of that sunshine of Dolly was just so grateful for it. So just a beautiful human being.
A beautiful human being.
Yeah. And I think, a person that everyone could emulate a little bit more.
I agree with that. I was also watching clips and thinking, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I kind of like, obviously it's a sad moment, but she just brought so much, again, confidence and positivity to every single situation. And it's like, I'm going to carry some of that with me.
It really, we need to rebrand what would Jesus do to what would Dolly do?
What would Dolly do?
What would Dolly do? And it would be kindness forward. She's such an ally, so inclusive.
Kind but sassy.
Exactly. And not
two things can be true.
That's right. Yeah. And I think in a lot of ways, I think she was underestimated a lot of her life, and people thought she could be a pushover. She's like, no, I'm kind, but I'm strong and firm and all of those things. I don't think anyone knew, we didn't, that she was this sick, because she was planning to be in New York in preparation for the Broadway musical. Mm-hmm. And, she had appeared not long ago, like a couple of weeks ago, but in anticipation of a new event at Dollywood.
That's right. Although I will say the recording of that most recent appearance, mm-hmm. I guess it was a sort of video message for people at a Dollywood event. She did appear to be a little bit less of herself.
Exactly.
Just struggling maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
And we knew over the course of the last, I don't know, maybe year, that there were some rumblings that her health was waning. Mm-hmm. She had to come out, I think last fall, and say, I'm still here. Yeah. I'm still kicking it. Don't count me out yet. Right.
Yeah.
So, and her husband had passed away earlier last year. So, I think that things have been a bit of a struggle, but we definitely didn't know she was suffering from cancer.
No.
And it sounds like maybe that was like a quick, hopefully it was, that she didn't suffer for too long.
Yeah.
And, I know that her memory is living on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what an impact.
What an impact.
When you talk about impact, this is a very significant one. So
Taylor wrote a big long statement.
Did.
Yeah.
She did.
And so did, Beyonce and Sabrina Carpenter and so many artists.
Eminem.
There's
just she really did touch so many people.
Well, she was the woman who, saw Eminem's talent at the time that he was at his peak and sent him just a handwritten note to say, I think you're great.
Yeah.
And yes. So Taylor did
girl.
Post a big long message, and Taylor's had quite the week.
She has.
On Monday we talked about her appearing at an Emmy event.
Yeah.
And we also mentioned that she had appeared at a Grammy event because Showgirl will be in contention for the Grammys this year. Obviously they're early next year.
Yes. Nominations are in November, but yes, she's in the window now.
But she's in the window.
Yes.
And she's gearing up.
She is.
So she did appear in a very lengthy sit down.
No kidding.
With Harvey Mason Jr., who was amazing, I thought.
Hats off to Harvey Mason Jr.
He is the CEO. He's the Recording Academy CEO.
Yeah. To ask some really thoughtful and very interesting questions in a very long format interview all about songwriting, really focused on that, but really got into all the weeds of it, of her process. I could hear her talk about songwriting forever.
All day.
Honestly.
All day.
And I can't say that I would be that interested in listening to anyone else talk about songwriting.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah.
Listening to her talk about songwriting feels like a song itself.
Yeah.
It feels like lyrics.
Totally.
In the way she describes the way she makes music. It's just magic. It really is.
Yeah, because it's both so inspiring and aspirational as well, but it's also, she makes everything so relatable.
Yes.
I think we've talked about that before. It's she's the biggest star in the world. Clearly the people in that room hold her at such a high regard for her craft.
Yeah.
And then also she's your relatable bestie who's making everybody laugh and making everybody so comfortable. And I think that she has a really unique talent for that.
She does.
Yeah.
And she will talk about, her larger than life craft and then tie it back to, you know what I mean? It's like when this happens to you.
Right.
And you're like, yeah,
totally.
It's exactly like that.
Relatable.
I highly recommend watching this.
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
Like 50 minutes or so on YouTube. Totally worth the watch.
Can we just quickly, two moderate gripes.
Go.
Before I say something nice. The first one is, we are at an event where you're obviously trying to throw your hat in for contention for a Grammy.
Yeah.
For Showgirl album.
Also, I Knew It, I Knew You, also in the window.
Yes. Sure. But most of the big ones would be for album or whatever.
Yeah. Artist, album,
and
song.
We still didn't get a performance.
No, we didn't.
With any music from Showgirl.
We did get a performance. Just no Showgirl.
What's the beef?
I don't know.
What is the beef.
What is she holding it for?
Justice.
Yeah.
For a showgirl.
Honestly, Cal,
I can't.
It's like it's this thing every time she pops up and there's a mic or a piano. I'm like, maybe this is it.
But it's like,
it's not it.
It's for that. And you still didn't do it.
know.
It's being ignored and shoved to the side. And I'm just like, I'm still unhappy about that.
I can't make sense of it. Make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Somebody make it make sense for us.
Yes. If
Please.
you guys have some kind of magical understanding
of this,
of what's going on here. The other thing is, Dee, she is not growing those bangs out.
I stand corrected.
Or maybe she was thinking about it and then panicked. You know, when you're like, oh, this is so not me.
Been there.
Yeah.
They get to a point where you're like, I'm committing all the way and I'm going to grow through the discomfort, or I can't do this. I got to trim.
Or she just couldn't let go.
Or
she was just desperately like, she tried for a second and then she was like, no, I can't
do it.
But beyond the bangs, because like whatever, okay, our girl has bangs. Dolly had big hair and big lashes and big boobs. Taylor has bangs and a red lip.
That's right.
But the hairstyle of this like twisted low prom bun, it reminds me of, you know, when you went to semi-formal and then you came home and you had 500 bobby pins and it took you like 20 minutes to take them out. This is Taylor. Why can't we get a modern hairstyle for the girly, even with the bangs? Like Dakota Johnson has bangs. This is her thing. It's what suits her best. But she looks modern and cool.
Yes.
Why can't Taylor get a modern and cool hairstyle?
I don't know. We have a friend with a great bang, a signature look.
Totally.
It looks modern and cool. I don't know. I know. I just think
it's not about the bangs necessarily, because I think she could do it. It's just she doesn't.
I know.
Someone's doing this low twisty prom hairstyle.
I wonder if we need to work towards acceptance
for the twisty
for just what this is going to be. I don't know that it's ever going to hit for you the way you need it to.
I know, but
I love that you want
she
more.
Gets it, and I'm like, yes. Let's go.
And then sometimes.
Because it's like, okay, I'm in radical acceptance of the bangs, of the red lip, and of the winged liner.
I'm proud of you.
This is here to stay. And again, in taking Dolly's teachings, I love that for her. Okay? I love her signature thing for her. I have signature things. We were talking about it in our group chat this morning. I also have signature things that I'm now, you know, moving into radical acceptance and ownership of.
Yes.
So we accept Taylor for that. The twisty low prom bun, no.
Can't do it.
I will not accept it.
Can't do it. That's a good friend.
I will not.
Can't do it. No.
I will not.
Okay. You know what? That's your line. We all have a boundary. That's where yours lives.
Hard boundary.
Respect it.
Yeah.
What have you got here for us?
Okay. Well, happy pumpkin spice season. I know it feels a bit early.
A bit.
But it's here.
Okay. I know that Starbucks says it's here.
Yeah.
In my heart, it's not, but I love the flavor, so I will indulge.
You do. So that's why I thought, and I've been kind of slacking in my duties of being the provider of delicious things on the show.
It's true.
So like I did pre-order some pumpkin spice stuff.
You know what my carnival hangover needed?
A latte.
Pumpkin spice.
So this is a pumpkin spice latte.
Thank you. It feels right when I've got it right near my face.
But also, just in case you didn't get enough, I also ordered us, but we're sharing it, a pumpkin spice, or what is this? A pumpkin pie, a mini pumpkin pie.
I love that they're doing these mini pumpkin pies. Thank you.
It took everything in my willpower not to get us the apple cinnamon one.
Oh, why didn't you? You love apple cinnamon.
We're celebrating pumpkin.
Okay, fine.
Next time. I got myself a new item, which is the pecan latte.
Oh, didn't know they had this. Okay, I will indulge and enjoy the pumpkin spice, but I'm going back to summer vibes.
I know. Cheers to Dolly.
Cheers to Dolly. Cheers. I mean, it is so good.
Ooh.
Right? I know. I just want to put on a cozy sweater now.
Let's take a bite of this.
Ooh, that's good. Okay. Well, that was pretty delicious. I'll
Happy
co-sign
pumpkin
that.
spice season, everybody.
If you like an apple pie and you want a little nibble, that's very good.
Okay. We got some big ones today.
Before we line up the big three,
Yeah.
thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the show on all your audio platforms, as well as YouTube. Find us over on Instagram at In3Pod, same place, same handle for TikTok. Anything else? Did I miss anything? We also love a comment on any of the audio platforms as well.
We love a comment.
And a rating.
We love a DM.
We do.
Get in there.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, please and thank you.
On today's show, we are going to talk about Hayden Panettiere. Some new information has come out about the passing of Hayden. Her mom has spoken out again. And Hollywood, a lot of Hollywood actresses have now are calling for Hollywood to do something because we have lost 3 this year.
Too many.
And too many before that. Young Hollywood actresses who were child stars. So a lot of important conversation happening around what's Hollywood doing, what's happening, and where are the protections for these kids.
Yeah.
Then we're going to talk about Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Sandy.
We love Sandy.
We love Sandy on the Smart List podcast.
Yes.
Practical Magic 2 is coming out. But this wasn't your typical promotional interview, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was really surprising, very touching, very vulnerable, very raw.
Yeah.
And relatable for me and my family, for sure. We had some tough conversations in our family group chat surrounding the sort of circumstances around her partner's passing a few years ago. He died of ALS, which is a horrific disease. And I can't wait to talk about this because I think it's important.
It is important. Yeah. And I think it really does fill in so much of the timeline 100%. Of where she was and what took place during that time. And she was very honest and very raw, as you said in this interview. And then we're going to get you ready for the Real Housewives of London Season 2 premiering imminently. Yes.
So
imminently.
Imminently.
I don't know if that's quite right.
Imminently.
Because season 1 was maybe my favorite season 1 of a new Housewives show ever.
It was really good.
Really good.
Really good.
Some standout characters.
Yes.
And moments.
Indeed. So we're going to prime you on what happened last season, all the major players, so that upon premiere of season 2, you are ripe and ready.
That's it.
To kind of sink your teeth into it.
That's it. We got you covered.
Right.
And if you haven't watched season 1 yet, it's on Hayu.
Yeah.
And you really got to do it.
It's
Trust us.
so good. And it's only 10 episodes plus reunion. So it's like, that's an easy pumpkin spice binge.
It's perfect.
Right?
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want to start with Hayden? Do you want to start with...
Should we start with mom?
Yeah. With her mom doing
I think mom
more interviews.
blends into the Bryan of it all.
Yeah.
Because she's been saying a lot about her sort of, I don't know, her theories on all of that. But let's start with, so when we spoke about Hayden last week, we talked about Hayden's mom. What is her name? Lindsay Vogel.
Yes. Leslie Vogel. Apologies. She had sort of released a statement that was, in my opinion, like a horrifically insensitive and unemotional statement about her daughter, and didn't take any accountability for her role in the demise of her daughter's sort of life. Yeah, absolutely. And now, I mean, that didn't land well, and I think we weren't alone in those feelings.
Nope.
And a lot of people very, I think, understandably critical of the way in which she spoke about Hayden after her passing and their relationship and all of those things. And so then she decided to do another interview.
I think there's actually like 2 big ones.
More, just two interviews.
There was a GMA and then there was a Daily Mail.
Yes. So the one that I saw that's been going around quite a bit is the addressing the haters.
Yes.
And saying, you don't have the right to tell me how I mourn. And you know what? I agree. No one can tell anyone how to mourn. But what you've done here is you've chosen, in the wake of the passing of your daughter, to do a media tour.
Correct.
And to make the rounds and to speak about it. You didn't have to do any of that.
No.
You could have been quiet. No one can force you or demand of you to sit down with a journalist and answer questions about the passing of your child. You chose to do that, and you chose to do that because of the person that you are. And I can't see it any other way.
Yeah, you chose to take advantage of this moment in the spotlight.
You did.
Which is kind of, I feel, this is my opinion, that she's been waiting for this moment her whole life to kind of be able to step in to the spotlight and be like, hey, look at me.
Yeah. And have the last word, because there was a lot of back and forth of different accounts of things. Hayden said, this was my experience with my mother. Her mother came back and said manipulation, lying, gaslighting, narcissism. And that went back and forth. And then there was obviously like they weren't speaking for a long time.
Yes.
No contact. But now Leslie gets to go out there
and say, I loved my daughter.
And say whatever she wants. And it won't be challenged.
It won't be challenged.
Because Hayden's no longer with us. And that part, I think, was also the reason she went out and did this tour. And that makes it even grosser.
Yeah. And because even before Hayden's passing, when Hayden was doing her book tour, Leslie Vogel came out with some, again, horrific statements, you know, discrediting what Hayden was saying, saying nasty things about her narcissism and all the things. So this isn't like an exclusively I'm grieving, you know, leave me alone moment. You know, don't judge my grieving. It's like, we're not just judging your grieving, bro. We're judging all the things that came before it. This isn't an isolated incident.
Right.
You've been an asshole this whole time.
And you
publicly
keep talking and you keep going. If you are as distraught as she claims she is now, which is possible she is, why are you doing interviews?
Right.
Why are we sitting down? Why are you wanting to be in the headlines and know those clips are going to go out there? You have a reason. And it's pretty obvious.
Because it would be more understandable if the mother of a daughter who just passed went completely quiet,
said nothing.
And even if you were, as she says, you know, I have to be out here fighting to get revenge and to bring the truth to light of what happened. It's like, you could still be doing that and you don't have to be on Good Morning America.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She claims that she gave Hayden an ultimatum a year ago because Hayden was in the throes of this very toxic cycle with Brian Hickerson.
Yep.
And she said, as long as you're with Brian, I won't have you in my life.
Right.
And she said, you know, she believed that would be a pocket of time and obviously could never have anticipated that Hayden would pass and this is where we would be.
I believe that.
I believe that too. But again, I come back to what you said about the Reiner family.
Of course.
It's really, for me, you just don't abandon your child. You don't.
Period. Full stop.
Period.
End of story.
Full stop. The end. Like, you don't give up on your kids.
Right. Especially at a time when you can see that there's destruction happening and that they are going down a bad path and they need more than ever, you know, even if it's a quiet sense of support, of buffer, of a foundation of people who love you and are there for you and willing to be there to help you. It's even worse.
It's way worse. And as we know about toxic and abusive relationships, they're very isolating.
Yes, of course.
And the abuser isolates you by design.
Point. Yeah.
That's the point. So to further isolate her by saying, I won't talk to you if you're with him, was so detrimental to a person who was already in a terrible, awful place. And that was your daughter.
Yeah.
And you as your mother said, I'm out.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. I just keep coming back to the, you don't give up on your kids, and I will die on that hill.
Yeah, exactly. You know, save for, you know, sociopathic serial killers.
Right.
Like, I can't imagine a world where at any point you would say, you know, that's it for me.
Yeah. I agree.
So she's also continued sort of this quest to continue to shed light on what she believes is the truth about Bryan. And there has been a lot of discourse about the history with Bryan, not just the stuff we know about the arrests and the abuse he admitted to himself on TMZ earlier this year. But just to kind of like pop out of the Leslie of it all, and just to mention a few things that have been named in the headlines about Bryan. One is that Hayden's neighbors report Hayden being carried out on gurneys multiple times over the last few years. And they believe that to be at the hands of Bryan, that she would leave the house with bruises, battered. And obviously that's their opinion, but they've gone on record to say that. Apparently he sold her belongings when he declared bankruptcy. So, you know, like hawking her stuff, pawning her stuff. A director of a recent film that Hayden participated in said that he would go on set and sort of hover over the director and said something like, whatever you need her to do, I can get her to do anything. Like whatever you need, I can get her to do anything. And he said it was just like the most chilling thing. And then the Homeowners Association of Hayden's apartment complex actually posted flyers warning residents of Bryan Hickerson and saying that if he trespassed the property to call 911. And then the final thing is that for her press tour, all the locations where she was doing appearances were told to not let him in. So the fear and the danger that existed with this man, far exceeds just the one moment of her sort of passing in his apartment or, whatever those circumstances were. This is like a deep, long history of some pretty terrifying stuff.
That dates back to, when they met, 2018. This is a long relationship with a long cycle of abuse and toxicity and I'm sure fear. And the fact that outlets or places that she was going to be doing appearances were warned not to let him in tells you a lot. That's terrifying.
But Leslie, in her Daily Mail interview specifically, reveals some of the stories that Bryan has told law enforcement, allegedly.
Oh, okay.
His story, according to Leslie, is that he went out. He saw her doing her makeup around 10:30 in the morning. He went out, came back, got into bed and had a nap, and awoke to his brother banging on the door, and then found Hayden in distress unresponsive next to him, and then CPR and all the things. Leslie believes there are gaps in this account. I mean, I don't know how she would know, but this is her perspective. She says, I don't know how you can take a nap near someone who's dying and not realize something's wrong. She said, I think Bryan called his brother. She says, my opinion. I think he knew she was deceased, called his brother, and tried to build a story.
Right. I mean, the picture of the person, it's plausible.
It's all plausible.
It's all very plausible with what we know about Bryan Hickerson and the type of person he is.
Yes.
I would love to talk about now the sort of outcry from a lot of Hollywood actresses and who themselves were child stars and the demand for more protections for kids in place, which is massive. So Melissa Gilbert wrote this long Substack essay looking for those protections and calling on the unions. Like, where are you? Where's the collective outrage? Where's the regulations? Where's the protection of children?
Right.
And then did you see Anna Paquin also posted this post on her Instagram saying it's not a coincidence that so many former, specifically pre-sexualized female child stars have profoundly sad lives and ultimately ends. We were not as protected by the systems that look great on paper as we were supposed to be. And she's talking about the loss of, Michelle Trachtenberg this year, Davy Chase, and now Hayden Panettiere. And then beneath that, women who were child stars when they were entered Hollywood are weighing in. So Alyssa Milano, Kathleen Robertson.
Alyssa had a lot to say as well.
She did. And then it is time for a reckoning, and it's been long overdue. It's the kind of thing that I think we've talked about. People know Hollywood's not great for kids. Right? Mm-hmm. And it's kind of just something that people say. It's like, it can breed a lot of problems. But then what's done about it? And it kind of makes me think of, Hollywood was called out in the wake of Time's Up and Me Too. Yes. And there was a reckoning and things happened and things changed. Not all the way. But some meaningful change was made. And
progress.
It's time for that. It's time for that now. And I'm glad to see that this conversation is,
picking up some steam.
It's good to see.
Because it's like, to know it is one thing, and then to actually do something, start a conversation, open it up to the forum of other women who have been through this, is great. So I'm so happy these women are doing it, and I hope that it goes to the next level. I think, there are some incredible examples of young girls or women now who were young girls. In the spotlight, like a Hilary Duff kind of vibe. And I remember you talking about meeting her throughout the years and sort of her parents always being
right
there. having a very watchful eye. I think there are a few examples of that. So, you know, it is the industry and it's also the parents.
It is. And Hillary, if we look at it, really is an exception here.
Very, very much.
The rule is a lot, sadly, find themselves with addiction, bad relationships, trouble, all of that.
Absolutely.
Now, a lot come through that, but still the scars and the trauma are all still there.
Yeah,
of all of it.
Lindsay Lohan.
Exactly.
Has miraculously come out the other side as a well-adjusted, you know, happy, thriving
Thank God.
mom. Thank God. Could have easily gone the other way.
Could have.
Brittany, you know, Amanda Bynes, all of these women.
So many.
Extremely talented people who have been famous their entire lives.
Yeah.
Who, you know, are just not the same.
No, who are survivors.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Survivors, but some of them just barely.
Just barely. Like Amanda Bynes is one of the most sad, tragic stories to come out of Hollywood and a young person in Hollywood and what can happen.
Yeah.
So it is an important conversation, and I'm glad there's some spotlight on it. I hope we get a little more steam with this.
Yeah,
I hope
absolutely.
the conversation evolves, and I hope real change happens because that's
what we need here.
That's what we need here.
Yeah.
Agreed. Mm-hmm. Okay, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
I just love seeing her back. I'll take Sandy
no
anyway.
matter what.
I agree.
She is such a, like kind of like you talked about with Dolly, like as a comfort blanket. It's like seeing Sandy, hearing her voice is just, it's a comfort.
It is. And she's such a real one.
She is.
I actually wonder when I was listening to this interview, does Sandra Bullock know how famous Sandra Bullock is? Like,
I don't know.
She's so normal.
She's so normal.
She's so normal.
And I think part of
amazing.
that, sorry to interrupt, part of that is just like she's been through it so much. I mean, even prior to this Bryan Randall relationship, you know, it was Jesse James. It's like, you know, both her parents were sick. She's just been through so much.
She really has.
And so there's nothing like real life to really ground you.
Absolutely.
And put you in your place. And I think that's what we're seeing here. Like it is such a normal, vulnerable conversation from such a big star.
Yeah.
But it's like from her words as well, like she's just like nothing, like I'm bulletproof.
Yeah.
Because I've just been through the most.
So much. So she is out promoting Practical Magic too, which we love. Can't wait to see that coming out in early September. And, you know, really got comfortable with the cast and the hosts of Smartlist because those are longstanding friendships.
Yeah.
And that was really her space to share, you know, her journey with her partner, Bryan Randall, and his diagnosis with ALS.
That's right.
And her role as caregiver.
Primary.
Through all of that.
Right.
And I think really, like I said off the top of the show, filled in some of that timeline because when we learn now through this interview, when Bryan received the diagnosis, he didn't want anyone to know. Yeah. No one. And she wasn't able to share that. So she
vowed secrecy to this man who was inevitably going to die.
Yes.
This is not, and she talked about this is not a disease that you ever walk away from.
No.
She said even with her parents with cancer, there's always hope.
Yeah.
There's always hope that this, you know, this treatment will help or work or cure you or whatever. And they're doing stem cell stuff now and it's amazing. Then there's always that hope. ALS, there is no hope.
None.
Like, you know how it's going to end.
Horrifically.
It is the most awful disease. So yeah, like getting that diagnosis, they were 4 years into their relationship when he was diagnosed. And he suffered for 4 years. So she talks about, you know, him having been sick for half of their relationship, that's tough.
It is tough. And to be that primary caregiver, and because she honored his wishes not to share it, she sacrificed her own support system in that time because she couldn't share and have people to lean on. Her sister was the only person who knew. It was also during the pandemic. Yeah. And her small children were home.
Yes.
So trying to care for him, I don't know how much care she gave herself. Probably not a whole lot.
Doesn't sound like it.
And really trying to protect the kids.
Protect and buffer them in this, what is, like a really scary, for anyone, but for children to see the progression of this disease. Watching a strong, what did she say, 6'2", 220 man, you know, get taken down by this and ultimately bedridden on a ventilator is how it ends
goes.
always. And trying to buffer them and protect them. And also what I really respected about what she talked about with her kids was giving them the choice.
I loved that part.
Like, because he was she described him as kind of a co-parent. Even though they had not been together that long, but he was very much a part of their lives. Actually, they met. Do you know how they met?
No.
They met. He was a photographer. He used to be a model. I don't know if you've seen the photos.
Yes.
Oh my God, that man was gorgeous. But they met. He was a photographer after his modeling career, and he was hired to photograph her son Louis's birthday party when he was young, and that's how they met.
That's a cute meet cute.
It's a really cute meet cute. But so she describes him as having been really involved in their lives, and she asked them, her kids, what are you comfortable with here? Because you don't have to go in there. Essentially, you don't have to watch this go down or participate in any way. And I just I always love when I observe parents really treating their kids like with free will and allowing choice. I think you do that so well.
Oh, thank you.
In an appropriate way, obviously.
Yeah.
But I really thought that was interesting that she gave them a choice and they chose differently, the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
In terms of what they wanted to see and how much connection they wanted to have during that time.
Right.
So just like in the midst of that, literally juggling it all and doing it all and intentionally stepping away from everything and everyone and really focusing on being there. And then eventually opened up to Jennifer Aniston and Amanda Anka, who was Jason Bateman's wife.
Right.
And sharing with them, what she'd been going through.
Well, it's a big secret to keep.
It is.
I honestly, even when I play it out in my head, I'm like, how would that even... how would you even keep that from your people?
I know.
But from what it sounds like, the reckoning that the girls had with her of they hopped on a call while she was on set and they were like, hey, and everybody knew that they knew something was up and she knew that she had to say something. And it was this knowing of,
come out with it.
But I don't understand how you even keep that secret. How you would have to bury everything and sort of go MIA completely in the lives of all of your friends and family.
I know. It's really hard to wrap your head around.
I can't imagine going through this disease as a primary caregiver without your village.
Of course.
It's crazy.
It is. It is. And I do love that she was as vulnerable and raw and wasn't glossing it over at all. She really took this opportunity to share the real and the struggle of it all and didn't do the Hollywood movie star thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here to promote my movie, jazz hands and smiles.
Yeah.
And I really loved that. I thought that was a very refreshing conversation to have.
Yeah.
The purpose of this tour is for the movie.
Come out and do the Sandy thing.
Do the Sandy thing and be Sandy for us all.
Which is this, larger than life laughter and humor and levity. And no, she came in a little heavier than usual and real and raw. And I loved, and I felt it was so inspiring for her to come in knowing that the expectation was for her to be positive and hold this amazing star power energy in the room. And she decided, no, I don't care what the expectation is. I'm going to be myself and I'm not going to be the one that, makes everybody else happy today. I'm just going to be my honest self. And I think we can all learn something from that because I don't know about you. Well, I do know about you. I actually do.
You know a thing or two
I don't know about
me.
you viewers. I also know about you because we're all the same. We all, as women, show up to carry everyone, to hold it all down, to be the one
to make everyone comfortable and
to make everybody else feel good and comfortable and easy and whatever. And she didn't do that. And I think I really found that inspiring.
I did too.
Yeah.
I do also love that she talked about the fact that she's now taking care of herself.
Yeah.
And I think
another
that was
lesson.
Another lesson that we all need reminding of, especially as women who are in lots of ways, caregiving in many categories of our lives.
Yeah.
And oftentimes I think forget to take care of ourselves. And that was a great reminder.
Yes.
And I was really happy to see that she said, I'm so happy. And I feel like a kid for the first time in my life. Like she's feeling so joyful. She said, I have such happiness in my chest. So has through it and has found real authentic happiness again. And that's all we really want for our girl. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she talked about really just wanting to do like a comedy next.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I get that.
Please.
She just doesn't, she's sort of, come through this really difficult time and just want things to be like a little bit lighter.
Can I get another Miss Congeniality, please?
Honestly.
Like, what do we have to do?
Actually, she posted a Miss Congeniality 2 clip of her with Dolly. I don't know if you remember that scene.
Of course.
Where she tackles Dolly.
Of course.
So I was just reminded of that. Yeah, let's do that.
That's what we need.
That's what we need.
That'll heal the world.
That could, it you know what? It just might. It just might. Yeah, I wonder how she'll keep up. Like, I wonder what her next appearance will be like. Because she's sort of done this one with the people that feels comfortable with. She has a nice relationship with these people. And I wonder what the rest of the press tour is going to be like for her.
I don't think you get this version of Sandy.
No.
In an I don't know you very
Jimmy
well.
Fallon.
Probably not. I think she's done it. She said it.
And that's the thing about grief in life too. It's like it could be the vibe for this one moment, and also you can be happy, smiley, joyful the next.
Of course.
And we'll take it. We'll take it all. And we just love her so much.
We do.
Yeah. Okay, Dee, it's time for our Real Housewives of London primer.
Yes.
Just in advance of season 2 premiering on Hayu.
Cannot wait.
Cannot wait.
Flippin' loved season 1.
Loved it.
Came out so hot.
So hot.
Gave us so many storylines.
Iconic
From
lines.
The beginning. Yeah. Such as, off you go back to Paddington. Off you go.
Back to
Paddington.
Which I guess is being like, I don't know. I don't want to say an area near us, but it's like, it's basically like go back to
the trash place you live.
Place.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Go back to the back alley.
Amanda Cronin actually she made that into a song, and it's like a dancey kind of vibey nightclub song.
You know what we did?
Off you go back to Paddington.
Another Real Housewife song.
Well, tell that to
go.
Amanda. Anyway,
all right.
I loved season 1. It was so good.
So good. Okay, so I thought we could just list out the main players, give a little tiny brief little bio.
Yeah.
And then sort of just start showing all of the threads of connection between them.
Love it.
Okay, so let's start with Amanda because we're talking about her.
Honestly, one of the greatest blonde hair colors I've ever seen. I don't know
so glam.
Who's toning that blonde so perfectly, but
it's
respect.
a good one.
It is.
So she is the divorcee of the group.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe everybody else is married. She is known to have been married to someone extremely wealthy.
Yes.
And then also dated someone from, was it Wham?
I don't but that tracks.
But yeah, the straight and living half of Wham, Andrew Ridgeley, who she dated. But she's also a CEO of her own skincare company.
Okay.
So that's Amanda. Okay, let's go into Panettiere. Who is the messiest of all of the messes.
Trouble with a capital T.
Yes, she is the town gossip by admission
Yes, she is.
her own volition.
Yes.
She is married to a solicitor general something or other. So he has a very prestigious position, and her prestigious position is
gossip.
Just yapping.
Trash talking.
Yeah, trash
I love
talking.
that we're slipping in and out of accents for this segment.
Oh, absolutely.
Bear with us.
We will.
Okay, next on the docket.
Okay, Juliet Mayhew. Juliet. She is the British Juliet because there's 2 Juliets.
That's right.
Right? Juliet Mayhew and Juliet Angus. Juliet Mayhew is the British. I feel like she's sort of like centers this show.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that?
Yeah, she's not the most spicy, fiery, but she does offer some storylines.
She holds her own though because she's involved in some mess.
She's involved in some mess.
She's married to a hedge fund guy and owns a castle, or allegedly owns maybe a portion, a fraction,
part of a castle that you may get a bill from if you visit as her guest.
If you get a margarita at her castle, she's going to charge you.
She's going to charge it to the room. Yep.
And then Nessie is
Neutral Nessie.
Non-messy Nessie. She is the Switzerland of the group.
Yes.
She was in finance, but then quit her job to start a cake company and made cakes for the Queen.
Yes, indeed.
We also interviewed her.
We did.
Yeah. Lovely.
And I will say, because we got a little sneak peek at season 2.
We did.
Thank you, Hayu, for the screeners. Nessie gets a little messy.
Ooh.
Nessie's getting a little messy. She's getting in the mix.
Okay, season 2 Nessie is messy.
Yes.
Got it. Okay,
Just
Karen is
the
next.
richest.
Let's put some dollar signs all around here. Karen, rich AF.
Wealthy with a capital W.
She's like building all kinds of homes
Oh my God.
and on helicopters and just all the things.
So fabulous.
And all these women are very rich. So for her to be the richest is saying something.
It sure is.
Actually, her husband sold a soccer team for $200 million a few years ago as just one of his ventures. So
just one.
There you go. And then, of course, last but not least, we have Juliet.
Angus.
The
American Juliet.
The American girly.
Yes.
The American implant. She was also on Ladies of London, which
That's right.
was an original sort of Hayu show. I think the back seasons are definitely there if you want to get some more backstory. She's also low-key besties with Lindsay Lohan.
Yes, she is.
Which we learned she doesn't necessarily want to talk about.
Doesn't want to focus on that.
But it is a fact.
It is a fact.
Because we interviewed her as well.
We sure did.
Yes. On her way to the Cotswolds.
That's right. As she would.
But she was very entertaining. Okay. So let's talk like the biggest sort of plot lines here. Okay. I think we should start with Juliet M and Panettiere because that's how the season 1 kicked off.
Yes.
Was with this drama about the dentist.
Oh,
Do you remember the dentist drama?
Yes, of course.
So Panettiere was very mad at Juliet, who introduced her to a dentist who did some work on her son.
That's right.
And she believes that this dentist that Juliet introduced her to was a crook.
Yes.
And it was like this big plot line. And this girl, Panettiere, she can carry a grudge like no other.
She can.
And then in the process, also accused Juliet of borrowing clothes, which became a big plot line.
That's it. You have no clothes, you borrow clothes.
What's wrong with borrowing clothes?
Nothing. I think it's very economical and it's good for the environment.
Zara every week.
I love it. Nothing is wrong with it.
Oh my God, so funny. Okay, let's talk Amanda.
Yes.
And Juliet Angus.
Amanda comes in real hot and she has, I would say, the most wicked tongue. Ooh. Like she can cut deep.
And it kind of like you weren't expecting it because it came out. She was sort of quiet for the first few episodes.
Yes.
And then when because Juliet Angus came in a couple episodes late
to
the group.
That's right.
And we learn a few things. We learned that Amanda is spicy.
Ooh.
Very spicy.
She will say the thing that no one would even consider saying because it's way too mean.
Way too mean.
Way too mean. She says it.
Apparently, Juliet and Amanda were really close friends over the pandemic.
And then...
Which Amanda says to that, well, it was slim pickings during the pandemic. Like that. It's crazy. She also says, how's the alcohol? Juliet in return says, how's the Ozempic? And she said, great, I've actually lost 8 kilos. So that's the kind of toxic
dynamic
situation that's going on between them. Mm-hmm. And then in the reunion, which I rewatched just to refresh my memory, these two literally despise each other, right? And it turns out that the reason for that is that Amanda felt left out. She just has abandonment issues.
Oh.
And they actually
left out of what?
They hugged, well, I don't know. Her mom lost her in a grocery store once and her husband abandoned her. So she was
I also got
sad.
lost in a grocery store. Okay.
Do you have abandonment issues?
No, I'm
that?
good. It was a rite of passage as a kid. You get lost, you learn your lesson.
Exactly. I have abandonment issues, but not from that. They hugged it out I haven't yet seen the episodes we were given.
Doesn't look
Haven't
good.
had time yet. Doesn't look good. Shoot. Okay, so that's not happening. And then Karen and Panettiere also get into it a little bit. There was some weirdness there. Panettiere is like a sly, undercover, shady girl. She's like, I love the color of your contacts. Yeah. That's like basically like saying like, I love the height of your Botox.
Yeah. It's so... You're right. It's this underhanded little dig. The
little digs.
She is trouble.
She also
causing
says
nothing but.
She also says everyone's jealous of her, but specifically that Karen is jealous of her relationship with her husband because she says Karen's husband hates her. And she was like, you've never even met him.
No one has.
And she was like, well, that's the word on the street.
Okay.
So that is a spicy dynamic.
Uh-huh.
And then Nessie, I'm going to draw a flag. Switzerland.
Yes.
Out here for now, apparently.
For now. And you're right. She has played it very neutral, but then
you guys see this?
Just as a little, I can't give anything away because we're sworn to secrecy.
Yes.
Nessie gets in there.
Nessie gets in there.
Episode 1, season 2.
Love it.
And if you haven't yet watched the trailer for season 2 of The Real Housewives of London, I highly recommend it.
Right.
It is. There's so many great one-liners in a very short trailer. My favorite one.
Yeah.
You're so far up her ass, she needs a laxative.
Oh.
Just to give you a taste of what's to come.
What would it be like to have a brain that works that fast?
I don't know. And it's like, did you guys prepare these before?
Or did you have a list of things to choose from?
Here's why I love the second season of a show so much specifically, because the first season you're new, and you don't really know how your edit's going to land and how it's going to work and how the storylines are going to play out. But then you watch it back, and then you come into season 2
and you're
with an agenda, with revenge on the mind, trying to clear your name, trying to clear up your storyline, and it just gets messier from there.
I mean, I feel like most people would watch the edit and be like, ooh, I need to tone it down. The reason why the housewives are the housewives and why the casting is so brilliant is that these women would never say that.
Never.
They would say revenge.
Yes.
They would say messy.
And turn it up.
They would say main character energy.
Yeah.
And they would say toxicity.
Look the fuck out.
Yeah. I love it so much.
Me too.
That's your primer.
Yay. Cannot wait. The Real Housewives of London season 2 premieres September 7th on Hayu.
Ooh,
I know.
I cannot wait.
I can't either. The first season is there. Catch up if you can, and you can try it for free now at hayu.com.
That's it.
Okay. Thanks for being here, everybody. We will see you back on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.